Welcome to Yoskies. We are back with another video, and this is the fourth video of our 10 video series. And in this video we are going to see circuit patterns, entry and exit into circuit patterns. Let's go. Okay, so this is our instructor panel where we can set everything, like we can add emergencies, we can change the weather, we can change the locations and everything, and we can load the flights here. So this is the USP of our setup basically. So currently we are at Mumbai on runway 09, and this also shows you the path of your aircraft basically. Okay, this is a circuit pattern we just flew. Let's talk about the circuit patterns. We just made a left-hand circuit pattern, and this is how the circuit pattern looks basically. So standard traffic pattern is always to your left-hand side. So let's talk about the legs. So this is your upwind leg, this is your crosswind leg, this is your downwind leg, this is your base, and finals. All the turns that you make are going to be standard rate turns. So the first turn will be at 500 feet, then to the left hand side. Then after a couple of seconds, once you make 45-degree angle with the numbers basically, that's when you want to start turn to the downwind towards left and continue, and then level out at 1000 feet. Okay, so we will take off, and the first turn will be at 500 feet towards left. Then that is your crosswind leg. Then once you make 45-degree angle with the numbers basically, when you want to start your turn to the downwind. So when you are midfield left downwind is when you want to start your pre-landing checklist and then continue on 1000 feet. So when your Abib numbers is when you are going to start your pre-landing checklist. That means you will bring your power back to 17 to 1800 RPM and start your descent. So again, when you make 45-degree angle with these numbers, is when you want to start your turn to the base. On base, you will add flaps 20 and maintain the speed of somewhere around 70 to 75. And then you will turn finals, and this is your final leg. So basically on finals you will add full flaps and maintain your final approach speed, which is 65 knots and land. So this is how the circuit pattern looks. Now we are going to fly the left hand circuit pattern that we just saw. Okay, take off. Full power, 2400 RPM. Oil temperature is in green. 65 knots. Make our position at 500 feet to the left, and we will make a standard right turn. Okay, then left heading north. Standard right turn. So we are turning crosswind. We are on the left downwind for runway 09. We will do our pre-landing checklist. With left downwind. Then you can see we are parallel to the heading indicator is aligned with the magnetic compass. Seatbelt showed a harness on landing lights. We will start the landing procedures with your Abib numbers. flaps 10. We'll maintain 80-85 knots, and after this point, we'll continue our descent. Here we'll add another notch of flaps 20. We'll maintain the speed of 70 to 75 knots. Now we start the finals, full flaps. We'll maintain 65 knots. 65 knots the final record speed. So that was your circuit pattern. Okay, so this is a circuit pattern for runway 9er. So this is runway 9er and this is runway 27. So this is the active side and this is the non-active side. So standard traffic pattern is always to the left hand side. Okay, so this is how the circuit pattern looks for runway 9er. So first we'll talk about the legs and its names. So this is your upwind, this is your crosswind, this is your downwind leg, this is your base leg and final. So the first turn will be at 500 feet. So you'll take off and you'll make your first turn at 500 feet. And let's say if this is runway 9er, so the crosswind leg will be your heading of north. So you will turn to the heading of north, and all the turns that you're going to make in the circuit pattern are going to be basically standard rate turns. So 500 feet and you will turn crosswind leg. So when you make 45-degree angle with this runway 27 is when you want to start your turn to the downwind. So and at the same time you will keep climbing to your standard traffic pattern altitude, which is 1000 feet. Okay, so when you make your 45-degree angle, you start your turn to the downwind leg, which is your heading of west. Then you will start flying parallel to the runway, and when you are midfield left downwind, that's when you're going to do your pre-landing checklist, where you will check your fuel and everything. I mean, you will follow your checklist. Then you will continue at 1000 feet. When your abeam numbers is when you're going to start your landing procedure. So you will bring your power back to 1800 RPM and flaps to 10, and you will maintain 80-85 knots. So you will start your descent here and continue a nice descent of 500 feet per minute. Then continue. Then again, when you make 45-degree angle with these numbers, that's when you're going to start your base turn. So on base, you will add flaps 20 and speed 70-75 knots. Then you will continue on base leg and you will continue your descent also. So somewhere at 500 feet, you will start your final turn, and on final leg, you will add full flaps and you will land. Okay, now we are going to do the exit from the pattern basically. So there are different exits. You can depart straight out, you can depart on the downwinds also, you can depart to the west on the downwind. So we'll make one exit to the north. So what we are going to do is we'll depart runway 09, we'll fly a normal circuit pattern crosswind, then downwind, then on downwind we'll depart to the north. Alright, take off. Okay, now we are on departure leg. We'll make our first turn at 500 feet. 100 feet to go. Now we'll start our turn to the heading of north. have crosswind. Depart on midfield left downwind in north. Now you are flying parallel to the runway. You need to keep the runway inside the top line. Alright, now we can depart to the north. This is one of the exits from the pattern. We will let the air traffic control also know that we are departing on the midfield left downwind. Right now we have departed. Now we can start the flight. Okay, so this was the exit from the circuit pattern on the left downwind. Okay, that was one of the exits from the circuit pattern. So we took off runway 09. So crosswind at 500 feet. Then we started our turn to the downwind. And on the midfield left downwind, we exited the pattern, as you can see here. And then we start towards the north basically, and now we are climbing. Okay, so we are flying at Mumbai at 2000 feet, and we are about 4 miles to the north of the airfield. So we'll join the left-hand circuit. We'll basically make a standard left-hand entry into circuit pattern. We'll join the left downwind, midfield left downwind at 45-degree angle. We are now at 1500 feet and descending to 1000 feet because traffic pattern market is 1000 feet. And on a heading of 150, we let the midfield left downwind at 45-degree angle. That's your runway. You need to keep the runway set at all times. Now let's enter the midfield left downwind at 45-degree angle. Entering the midfield left downwind at 45-degree angle at 1000 feet. Okay. Now we are fully established on left downwind. We do our pre-landing checklist. Fuel on board, mixture full bridge, heading indicator is linked with the magnetic compass, seatbelt shows harness on. And now we are upping numbers, start our landing procedures. Maintain 85 knots. Finals with flaps. Using the technique pitch for rest with power for to maintain your speed and your glide path. RP says you are a little high, so try to reduce that power and fix that glide path. Reducing power.
You are
just made a standard entry into circuit pattern. So we are flying somewhere here at 2000 feet. So we started our descent. We made our descent to 1000 feet. Then we joined the circuit pattern here on midfield left downwind at 45-degree angle, and then we continued with the normal approach. So this is one of the ways you can enter the circuit pattern. Welcome to Yoskies. This is the fourth video of our 10 video series. Hey, रुको एक बार फिर से अरे हंसो नको ना रे अब एक भूख लगा है भाई मत कर. Now we are going to fly a left hand circuit pattern that we just saw.
मक्खी आ गई जैसे
भाई तू जैकेट वगैरह में आए
अब मच्छर थोड़ी ना मारेगा. Start. ठीक है. Okay, now we are going to start. Okay, so that was your circuit pattern. सर्किट पैटर्न देखना है इसका.
भाई फर्क क्या लगेगा
देखिए आलू बने हैं भाई
ना
बोलू नको रेकॉर्ड होते ऑडिओ पण. अरे